Yo folks, welcome to the channel. In today's video, we'll be talking about surprise launches, game awards for mobile, not to mention Gacha games, mobile titles, and games coming to December, Gacha news weekly, and more. Thailand Trip news, I'm a little bit sick, and this will be one of our last Gacha news weeklies for the year. More to come on that a little bit later. But first up, we got Zilong Games. Archeland is out right now. I tried it. We'll show off the gameplay. First thoughts on it, I like it quite a bit, but more on it a little bit later as my official reviews come later. Next up, we have the Black Rock shooter. I think this is pretty unique. This was also a surprise launch to me, but at the end of the day, feel free to try it out in case you guys are interested in more of a tower defense sort of gameplay. Then we have the Goblin Slayer Endless Hunting. Now, I did try it out. If you want my reviews right now for it, I think this game is absolute trash. And that is me being kind to it because it has like that CN pump and dump feel to it. Yes, you can play it right now. It is out. This is probably the biggest surprise release. And if you want a time killer, I think it's okay for that. But outside of that, it's a browser game. I think it's okay. And, you know, do with it what you will. I know I'm being a little bit harsh. If you want more reviews on it, just let me know in the comments, but I don't think it's worth your time. Next up, we have the Hunter x Hunter CN infos. Now, what's really crazy with this is it looks like a really good game. I wish this gets an EN release. The only thing I'm a little bit hesitant on is because it needs the official licenses. Like, it needs, like, you know, the approvals of all the people that has this IP, and Hunter x Hunter is pretty protected. I don't even see collabs for this game very often, so we'll see if it gets an EN release. Play it on CN, it looks really good in my opinion. Next up, we have the Eversoul's official release date, January 5th, 2023. We're starting off the year of Gacha in 2023 very strong, and this is probably one of the good titles, I have to say. I'm very excited to see how it's going to be flowing and going. And then we have Kingdom Hearts Missing Link, also getting a CBT's 13th through 18th. I think that's really good, especially since this game is looking pretty clean compared to all of the trailers and things I've been seeing. So I'm interested to see how folks feel about it once the CBTs is over. Of course, it's going to be in JP land. And Valiant Force 2, it's going to get official releases Q1 2023. Q1, the latest dates being the March timeframes, and the only thing I have to say is that Valiant Force is a pretty older title, so we'll see how it goes. Gameplay is looking all right as far as I can tell, but hopefully it's going to be good monetization wise. That's really the most important part when it comes to the Valiant Force series. And then we have Oh My End. It's going to be soft launch in Canada. Another, you know, sort of surprise launch with this one. Just going to have Candy Crush vibes, nothing too crazy. So in case you like it, play it. Then we got the code Geass. It's going to be getting an overseas development announcement. That is a surprise to me because I didn't think this game would get anywhere near like EN whatsoever, but just know it could be like a CN KR sort of release. But the dev blog, they're really happy. There's 2 million downloads for the game, and I guess people like it. So the demand is there for this to hopefully get an EN release one day. And then we have a Zold out. This is actually going to be out on Steam already for EN players. It's out on select regions as well. I thought I'd mention it because it has like the card play turn-based mechanics, which is a little bit different. And I think it's just something nice to play as we wait for something like Eversoul releasing and other games. You know, maybe you're a little bit tired of the current games that we're playing right now, so feel free to play it. And then we have the Final Fantasy 7 Ever Crisis news. The delays to summer 2023, I don't like that one so bit, but at the end of the day, I think it's going to be good in case this game needs the time to cook and become better. That way the turn-based mechanics or whichever mechanics this is trying to play up turns out really well. Just note Final Fantasy 7 Reunion, I think, or like the spin-off with the Zack, it has been remastered. I really like to see that. And I like Zack because he's like my favorite Final Fantasy 7 character, the first hero, if you know what I mean. And then we have Brown Dust 2 getting its global early access for January 10th. That's going to be really good. Make sure to check it out. I think Brown Dust 2 is going to be something special compared to its counterpart. And then we have a Front Mission. This is actually canceled, and the reason for that is because it got replaced by Mecharashi. So this is going to be the new title, the new like trailers. I'm not sure. I guess they're doing branding a little bit different. You can get like the same vibe from the first trailer to this trailer. At the end of the day, it's kind of interesting to see, you know, mechs being displayed in a different format. Maybe Girls Frontline 2, since it has like the mechs in it, Exilium specifically, we'll get like the releases for that as well. Then we got Eastern Odyssey. I think this is something to take a look at. I don't think this is going to be out anytime soon. I just thought the trailers looked nice, and not to mention the art style. So bated breath, we'll see how it goes. And we have Cherry Tail, the NSFW title. It is now out. It is playable. I think this is going to be something good for those NSFW enthusiasts. I definitely want to check it out myself when I find the time. At the end of the day, just really good stuff coming down the pipe for December. And I have to say, the Neversoft like title for the dev name, very fitting. Neversoft whatsoever in Cherry Tail. And we have Takt.op. It's going to be getting its early access right now in JPs as well. So let me know in case you guys got in and your thoughts and whatnot on it. And we have Dragon's Heir. Now, the only reason why I'm mentioning this one is because it looks a little bit different compared to a lot of the gacha games, and you know, maybe it's going to be a little bit more technical compared to like the other MMORPGs. But to me, it looks like an MMORPG, like maybe something like Diablo or maybe like Torchlight Infinite, something along those lines. I just want something different within like the, you know, our gacha spaces and MMORPGs. Maybe it's not even a gacha, it's just going to be like maybe pets. And we have the Vampire Survivors that's now out on mobile thanks to the Game Awards. Now, this is the game that I played during Thailand. I just thought I'd mention it because I really love this game and I think it's an amazing series. And we have the Airship Knights that's also officially out in case you want to scratch an itch for Guardian Tales, something to play. Not really as exciting as Guardian Tales, but it's a little bit different in case you want something like that. And we have Full Metal Alchemist that's now out in CN as well. I don't know why you'd play the CN version because the JP version, as far as I know, isn't region gated. But hey, it's something new on the horizon, and maybe it'll let us go to an EN release because CN usually goes before EN, right? Then we have the Omega Strikers. It's saying it's delayed to April 2023. Just note, you can play this right now as well on the Steams in case you want to do so, not on your mobile devices. I think it's a pretty fantastic game. Make sure to check it out. And then finally, we have the events rolling around with the Christmas themes. First up, we have the Nikke Christmas theme. This was out quite a bit ago, but just note there was a lot of community drama with Nikke. First up, you know, review bombing, and then whales asking for refunds, which I thought was hilarious. And then, of course, Tencent censoring their characters. We got Modernia here. We got Goku raging because of, you know, less booba, less cleavage. And then, of course, you know, this bunny waifu getting its legs closed, which is not ideal for the Nikke community. And then, of course, Tencent acquiring 20% of Shift Up. So maybe Tencent has a stronger hold of Shift Up, but just note they don't own Shift Up. So Shift Up is still in charge. And of course, we have the Tears of Themis Christmas events. Make sure to check it out. Husbando love as always. And another Eden's getting a collab with the Tales of series. A lot of good stuff with this one. I love how these characters are depicted and how another Eden is going successfully, because that means the turn-based RPG genre in more of like an offline sense. You know, it's not really PvP based, it's more PvE based is going well. That's why I always look to another Eden holding that place and ground and everything. And we have the Ragnador by Akashi. The only reason why I mentioned this one is because the waifus look really nice, and yeah, that's about it. Then we got the Ensemble Stars. It's going to be getting its half anniversary in case you guys want to check out more Husbando stuff, free pulls and whatnot. And Chainsaw Man is out on the Bloodline series. If you want to know my thoughts on it, it was really bad too. I apologize to like start things on a negative note, but I just want to be honest when I review like certain things. But hey, it's just really cool to see like Denji and Power and Aki in like these formats and the 8-bit graphics. And then we have One Piece having some maintenance, emergency ones. 8.5 years this game has been going, one of my first gachas. But I have to say, it's really good to note that it's still doing okay, just a little bit of emergency stuff because the code is so old with this one. And then we have Marble Snap. It won the Game Awards. I'm not really surprised because of the polish and everything it provides. They even provide their roadmap for 2023. They got battle mode, PC widescreen. You can play this on Steam as well. Infinity ranks and all sorts of stuff. So yeah, Marble Snap going strong. And Counterside, it's merging KR, JP, and Global. Sad news, C is not getting like the merges because C is owned by someone else. I forget the name, but C players getting shafted is not cool. On the other hand, Counterside is having its cool collabs with the Hollow Myth girls in EN. I love to see that. Just note you can get one of the skins for free, and they are going to be costing $46 a pop. They definitely know, like, you know, the Akasupas and all like the peoples. We love simping, or we love donating to our idols. Let me clarify. And I think it's really bad, the price, but at the end of the day, you can get one of them for free. And I think all of the skins and stuff look really insane. They paid proper homage. That's like the worst part. Like, these skins, while they are expensive, they are really well done, specifically Ames with like the mini Ames and like Young Harim with her. Like, it's just really good. I love it. The voice acting, you get like bios and intros and all sorts of stuff. I hope like the Hollow Myth girls, they get like proper compensations for doing the collabs with this one, because I can definitely tell they put a lot of effort into their voice acting and everything. Enough simping on that one though. We also have Dragalia Lost. It is unfortunately done. Like, it's dead. I hope Psy Games picks it up somehow, because this is one of the best series within the gacha spaces. But now the soundtrack is lost, and you know, salutes to a really real one when it comes to Dragalia Lost. And we have the numbers with the revenues. Thank yous to the Meeseeks on the Reddit. We got Nikke #1, or at least, you know, the top one for the month for November. But, you know, a lot of people lost that no nut rule. But Genshin is still going strong, and all the other things. I think this is really interesting just to check out. It has no clue in on like whether the game is going to be dying or whatnot, but I think it's definitely a sign just to show like, hey, you know, game is doing all right. Look at Neuro Crowd right here. Definitely still going strong in my opinion. And we have the Genshin events rolling around. First up, Zenless Zone 0. We got the infos with like new characters and teasers. And Genshin Impact won the player's voice because it got botted. No, I'm kidding. Genshin Impact fans, we're just crazy. And not to mention, check out this soccer trailer. I thought it was really cute. And Genshin 3.3 is, I think, currently out. We have the new Husbando character that's going to be teased. He's going to be the new element. I forget. My Genshin like brain is hard processing right now. I just really wanted to showcase like this little soccer clip because I thought it was really neat. Most of the Genshin fan-made stuff, or like just the Genshin like meme stuff, is like better than the actual game. I think like the game itself is just, you know, based off of like the drama and fans, and the way everything just sort of flows keeps this game alive. It's sort of how like Nikke drama draws in more attention to Nikke every single day. When a game has no drama, it feels like there's nothing happening in some sense. Even though the gameplay is good, if there's no news on it, it feels like no one's playing it, which is really weird, but that's just how the human brain works, right? And then we have the IRL events finally. First up, India is not going to be banning any gameplay time, so you can play it as much as you want. Really cool on India on their part. Not to mention Tribe Gaming, they are the champions worldwide for 2022. They got 700k in the bag. That's nothing to scoff at. And we have the Android emulator benchmarks by ulemon07r. What was really nice to see is the LD players is up top with the BlueStacks. You know, I like BlueStacks. They're like this one of the sponsors of the channel. I should definitely get LD Player, one of the sponsors. They've hit me up. I just need a reply. But Nox is down low, not really good on that front. So thank you to the u/lemon07r for posting this info, because I know people are always curious about like emulators and how I play stuff on PC. Finally, we'll cover my Thailand trips. It was really fun. If you're wondering, I am sick from the airport and my travels there. It's not from Thailand. Like, all the food was great. I rode elephants. I rode jet skis. I learned how to scuba dive. I did the ATVs. I saw the Big Buddha. I did everything under the sea in Thailand. Like, it was a really grand old time. I recommend going on vacation there if you can, and you know, like Southeast Asia. It was real. I love it. I definitely want to go back. I need to visit Malaysia and Philippines, like my country of origin, and all the places. But yeah, the vacation was good. I'm just coming back from jet lag and like some sicknesses, so that's why I haven't been recording as much. I might not record that much just because, you know, it's the holiday time frame, but maybe I'll go live or something, because I really do miss everyone and I wish I could cover more gacha stuff, but you know, this time doesn't abide by it by now. So hopefully I can release more content for you now that I'm back in the States. And, you know, shout outs to Chaotic and Vulcan and everyone, FG. I've been watching everyone's content while I was in Thailand, keeping me very well entertained. Thank you so much to that. And thank you to everyone who's been watching the videos while I've been away. The support means a lot to me, especially when things are just like gone. And of course, GamerSub stuff, make sure to check them out. They have like sales and all that stuff. They support the channel. And thank you to all the sponsors that support the channel once again. But yeah, that's the Gacha News Weekly for this week. There was a bunch of surprise launches, in my opinion. I guess the biggest one was the Goblin Slayer one. I'm just apologies to report that it wasn't that great, but it's a good time killer in case you're interested. I'm also curious to see how like the Blue Protocol stuff is going. But yeah, that's Gacha News Weekly. Anyways, if you made it this far in today's video, consider subscribing, dropping a like, leaving a comment. Follow me on Twitch, follow me on Twitter, follow me on Instagram if you want to see my IRL adventures and what I do on the reg. Once we hit 40k subs, we're doing a giveaway. Thanks so much for watching. Have yourself a fantastic day and see you guys in the next one.